Hi, I'm Caroline Hannigan.
And I'm Eve Kelly.
Welcome to MVI. Coming up on today's colourful show, we'll be updating you with the latest in music news and celebrity gossip. We'll also have a run through this week's hot new top 10 chart hits.
We have a surprise audience challenge in store for one of our audience members, in which their devotion to their favourite band will be put to the test.
Sounds interesting. Well, that's not all. Later on, I'll be interviewing Clifford Dean and asking him about his sold-out upcoming gig in the Tower. And I'll be giving the audience a chance to ask Cliff some of their much-anticipated questions.
And we will have a live performance at the end of this week's show, when the Lockdown Dance Crew will dance us out to a combination of urban tunes. Now let the fun begin. Hi and welcome to the MVI Music News and Entertainment Gossip. First this week, former Spice Girl Melanie Brown has given birth to a daughter in California. The baby, who weighs 5 pounds and 4 ounces, was born just after midnight on Tuesday in Santa Monica. No name has been decided on as of yet, and she is purely known as Baby Brown. Brown has said ex-boyfriend Eddie Murphy is the father. The 46-year-old Dreamgirls star has said he is not sure. Brown has said that there is absolutely no question that Eddie is the father. On a brighter note, Rod Stewart and Penny Lancaster are to wed on an Italian island. The rocker and his fiancée are believed to have chosen the romantic setting of Capri, just off the Italian coast, as the venue. The pair, who are said to tie the knot in mid-June, have been engaged since Rod proposed at the top of the Eiffel Tower in early 2005. The couple are believed to have turned down an array of big money photo deals as to keep the day private. They intend to keep the venue a closely guarded secret, and it seems that even Rod's family are in the dark over where it will be. Duran Duran's John Taylor was burgled on Monday night. According to police reports, the legendary group's bassist LA home was broken into and ransacked, with several items noted as missing, including John's personal safe. Police have told MVI's gossip website that at this point, fingerprints and photos are being taken of the scene, and it is an ongoing investigation. John is currently in England with his family, and his housekeeping staff in LA were the first to notice the break-in and alerted police. John is married to Jelan Ash, co-owner of the popular fashion line Juicy Couture. Film fans know what Irish movie hunk Colin Farrell looks and sounds like. Now they are set to find out what he smells like. Movie bosses are testing out new technology which will give cinema audiences a whiff of the action in the 29-year-old star's latest flick, The New World. The device, dreamed up by a firm called NTT Communications, will synchronise different smells to scenes. It will be tested on audiences in 2 Tokyo cinemas when the film opens in Japan later this month. A floral scent will accompany a love scene, while other smells mimic the emotions of sadness, anger and joy. The different smells will waft from machines underneath the cinema seats, and if you're keen on the idea, you can buy your own kit at home for just €400. U2 memorabilia, including a pair of Bono's trademark shades, will go on display in Dublin today. Instruments, clothes and jewellery belonging to Ireland's most famous sons will sit alongside items linked to some of the best known names in rock music, including Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin, at the band's Clarence Hotel. The exhibition comes ahead of the Icons of Music auction in New York Times Square from April the 16th to the 20th. The collection of rock memorabilia is going on show in LA, Dublin and London ahead of the US sale. The proceeds will boost the Music Rising campaign, co-founded by The Edge, to aid musicians of the Gulf Coast region after the devastation of Hurricanes Katrina and Rita. And finally, the story which hit headlines yesterday: a plot to kidnap Angelina and Brad's newest adopted child. Once he was officially adopted by Angelina and Brad, little Pax Tian has become a target for not just paparazzi, but for kidnappers. It has been reported that Brangelina's security team recently discovered that highly skilled operatives with little regard for human life plan to snatch Pax and demand a ransom of $100 million for a safe return. Brad and Ange would have a number of days to come up with the money or risk the boy's life. A palace said that Brad has gone into total lockdown mode. He added that manpower around the home told security that he doesn't want Ange or the kids leaving the house without at least 5 security men. Well, that's all from the MVI Music Desk for this week. Tune in next week for more. or log on to www.mvi.com for the up-to-minute music, entertainment news and gig events. And now, over to the lovely Caroline in the studio with this week's celebrity guest.
Hello everyone, welcome. We are joined by a very special guest this week. Please welcome the cooler than cool guitarist of Jekyll, it's Clifford Dean. Well, Clifford, it's nice of you to drop by because I know how busy you are right now. How are you?
Oh yeah, I'm great, thanks.
That's good. So first of all, you're here to talk about your upcoming gig in the Tower. Can you tell us what fans can expect from it?
Yeah, well it's kicking off this Saturday night around 8 o'clock. We've got two support bands, Gee Unit and That Band. They're both local bands and they're going to come down and rock out with us. Kicking off about 8 o'clock. We were playing for about 40 minutes set and all original songs, so try to get down and...
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Okay, and we know that the name of your band is Jekyll. Can you tell us what inspired the name?
The lads had the name before I joined. I went for an audition, you know, and they took me on, and I was talking to the singer and I asked him the same question. He told me that he used to be with the Jekyll and Hyde theme, you know. He was very nervous and shy off stage. When he hopped up on stage, he was like full of energy and full of life, so they got Jekyll and Hyde and just the Jekyll part from it. So.
Very good, interesting. And what genre of music would you say that Jekyll fall into?
The genre of music I think it is would be rock metal in that class. So.
Okay, all right. And apart from your gig in the Tower, are there any other events or gigs that we can keep an eye out for?
We've got a competition tonight in the Music Factory. It's a battle of bands, so hopefully we might get somewhere in that. I don't know. But then after that we've got a few gigs in the summer. We've got a Budweiser Derby Festival. That's in July, and we're getting in with Toxic Promotions and Aiken Promotions in run 2, so hopefully we'll get a few more gigs out of them, like big events with them throughout the summer. So.
Cool, okay. So we've spoken about your band and upcoming gigs, but what about yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you get started in the music scene?
Well, I started playing guitar when I was about 14, 15. I had my cousin now, he started guitar too on that stage, and he was playing Nirvana. Showed me one evening, and I thought it was the best thing ever, you know, so I asked him to show me a few chords or whatever, and he showed me some Nirvana songs, and I took it up from there.
Very good, and look at you now. Well, we all know that music is something that's loved by everyone of all ages, whether it be rock, pop, jazz, classics. But however, the increase in rock bands has been phenomenal in the last while. It's hard to know where to start, where to look for possible signing and support. If there were one piece of advice you could give to any rock or metal aspiring music stars, what would that be?
The advice I could give would probably just put the practice in, you know, before they start gigging, and then play as much gigs as you can, you know, quit the jobs and get out there, and that not all gigs are like good, you know, you get your bad gigs and good ones, so just to keep at it, you know, and
take the good with the bad and
take the ride, yeah.
And enjoy the ride. Okay, and I think that some of the audience members have a few questions they'd like to ask you, Cliff. Can we start with...
what's your favourite type of music?
My favourite type of music would be metal, first of all, and rock too, and listen to a bit of emo music sometimes, but mainly rock and metal, you know. I have a wide taste, but mainly that type of stuff. So.
Okay, and next we have...
do you need to know every kind of music to make a career out of it?
To make a career, well, we specialise in rock and metal music mainly, so like we're not making a career out of it, but we're making an income, you know. We're not making enough to live out of it just yet, but like that's specialising solely on rock and metal, but I wouldn't say so, you know.
Okay, can we have you down the front?
Is it true it's hard to start at an older age?
Not particularly. I do guitar lessons quite a lot, and I've got one student who's 32 years old, and I've been teaching for 2 years now, and he's after starting up in a wedding band now, and he's making a fortune at the weekends, you know, playing wedding gigs and everything, so he's doing well for himself.
All right, we have time for one more question.
What's your favourite chart hit at the moment?
I'm not a big fan of the charts. I wouldn't listen to the charts too much, but Razorlight had a song that I thought was pretty good. That's about the last time I checked, so other than that I wouldn't be too familiar with the new hits out now. So.
Thank you everyone. Well, Cliff, it has been a real pleasure having you on the show this week.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll be hearing and seeing a lot more from you in the future, and wish you best of luck with your gig, and thank you very much.
Lovely.
Okay, can we hear it once
much.
more for Clifford Dean?
Yep.
Thank you, Cliff. Okay, now before we go to the top 10 chart hits, I have a surprise for one of our audience members. And where is Morris Matters?